Hello everybody, welcome to today's edition of Tino Talks. I first would like to say a big thanks to all of our soldiers out there. As many of you probably know, today is Purple Heart Day. It actually was taken away for a little while and reinstated in 1932. Just a little fact for you guys right there. And the reason that the heart is purple is because, especially back when the country was founded, and in that time, in that generation, purple was considered a sign of royalty, a sign that you had money, and a sign that you had wealth. The way that I look at the Purple Heart, in my view, is that it's another heart. The person that got it deserved it because of whatever horrible incident that they went through, but it shows that not only do they have a heart on the inside, but they wear their heart on the outside to help other people, and that's the symbolism that I see in that, and that's just my personal take on that. So again, to everybody who has served or is serving our country, thank you very much. Thank you every day for your service. And again, for all of those who have served, I am forever in your debt, because I do not know if I could do some of the things that you gentlemen and ladies have done. So we also have Lucille Ball Statue that was unveiled today in her hometown. I don't have offhand where her hometown is, but growing up I was a huge I Love Lucy fan. You know, sounds kind of weird, but when I was a little kid I used to fall asleep to Nick at night, and I'm kind of glad that I watched older shows growing up. It kind of gave me a sense of how things were back in different eras. And, you know, Lucille Ball, she did have a hard life. Her husband, Ricky Ricardo, there was a lot of controversy between them and their marriage. There was allegations of abuse. I'm not really sure how far that actually went, but it did happen. Again, Lucille Ball, that's awesome. I'm so happy that they have that statue for you, because the other one wasn't in great shape. So, with that being said, that's that. ARod retires. So I live in Boston and I grew up in Massachusetts my whole life, but I will say that ARod is a very great baseball player, and I will be sad to see him leave, because I love watching baseball, not just to root on any particular team, but for the love of the sport. It's one of the few sports that I personally like to watch. So, yeah, Friday's going to be his last game. I'm definitely watching it or putting it on the DVR if I don't get to watch it live. But it'll definitely be a moment. And for all you New York Yankees fans out there, you know, I'm feeling ya. But for every ARod, there are 20 other ARods growing up right now, and hopefully those guys get the opportunity that he did. You'll hear me talk about this a lot. I am very big on everybody being able to get the same opportunities, no matter where you grew up, no matter what your background is, no matter what your parents did. You are you. If you made mistakes in the past, I hesitate, because I just feel like everybody should be given a second opinion, and don't let your mistakes define you. Please, you are more than that. I know I kind of got off on a little tangent, but, I just really saddens me when I see people that are great at singing, or they're great at acting or writing, and they're like, oh, Ralph, why does it matter? Because I'm never going to become the next Tom Clancy. I'm never going to become the next Lady Gaga. I'm never going to become the next this. No, you're not. You're going to become the next you. And when you become the next you, you are going to amaze yourself with what the self-enthusiasm does. Don't mix it with being cocky or overconfident. But once you have that self-assurance about yourself, you will start to notice your life changing in such a positive manner. And I always do tell people to embrace your differences, and embrace what other people may call your flaws, because you know what? Our differences are what makes all of us beautiful and unique in our own sense. So now we are on to a little bit of political talk, and I'm going to start with the GOP. I'm going to start on the Republican side. We have Senator Jeff Flakes of Arizona, who had a meeting with Donald Trump's VP pick, Pence, and after the meeting, Senator Flakes still was not sure if he wanted to endorse Donald Trump yet. And I do have a quick quote right here. He said, "I hope he has influence on Donald Trump, but I have yet to see Donald Trump change the positions he needs to change." He also said, "I still hope to support our nominee." So what I see going on here is that they're trying to rebuild and bring everything together to make their party look strong and united, because in my view and in the eyes of the public, it's very discombobulated and it's all over the place. We need to bring things, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say we, but they're trying to bring things back together. And I think with Mr. Trump being an outsider, they just want some assurance that he really is going to stick with what he says. I don't really think it's a position thing or exact positions. My feeling is that it's the changing of positions constantly. But, well, I'm going to defend Donald Trump here. Things do change constantly, so sometimes you do have to change your opinions on things. Seeing what's best fit for the people of the United States. So, it's a never-ending circle, and I'm sure, in 2020 we will be having a very similar discussion. Well, maybe not, but we might, about two other candidates, or maybe whoever wins this election run again for president. So, that's that. But I will say I see both sides. I do see Senator Flake of Arizona, his side of not being sure if he wants to support the GOP nominee yet. But on the other side, like I said, policies change, things change, people change. So I understand the consistency, and I understand the changes, and they need to find a nice, even middle ground where they can all come together. So now we go on to Secretary Clinton and what's going on with her. So right now, Secretary Clinton, according to the latest Washington Post ABC poll, she leads with 8 points. That's a two-way matchup between Clinton and Trump. Now, it's 51 Clinton, 44 Trump. I believe the margin of error is 2 on that. And then if it was a four-way race, 45 Clinton, 37 Trump, with Johnson trailing at 8 and Stein trailing at 4. So both conventions happened, okay? The Republican convention, and then the next week, the Democratic convention. I really see this being a positive thing. You know, it's definitely a positive thing for the Clinton campaign. I think more people are looking at Secretary Clinton being more serious about issues and kind of leaning a little more towards the left. I know people want to budge her all the way left, especially a lot of people that were really for Bernie Sanders, and I do understand that, and I do understand Senator Sanders' message that it wasn't all about him, it was about us, and us changing the politically corrupt system. Now, with that being said, I like seeing these numbers in the polls, but again, I feel like it's going to fluctuate, and I really don't think we're going to have any solid ground or anything to really stand on until the late part of this month or the beginning of September. That's when I think we can really start saying, like, what are we going to do from this point? So, I just really want everybody to keep up on the news as much as you can, especially if you want to vote, so that you can get all the knowledge that you can retain. And I just want to close by saying thank you for everybody that is watching, and thank you for everybody that will continue to watch. I would love comments, questions, any topics that you would like to bring up. I really enjoy doing this, and like I said, I'm doing this for you guys. I would love to help those in need and just the people of the United States in general. I know it's one small step at a time, but I will do whatever I can do for anybody out there. So again, be safe, have a wonderful Sunday, and let's all look forward to next week and Monday with a big smile on our faces. And with that, I hope you guys really enjoy your day. So, take care. This is Tino Talks, and I'm out.